welcome. You come to the right spot to get some words of wisdom and encouragement. We've got the lineup tonight, and I'm just going to go ahead and kick it off because we got to pop. We got a limited time, and I'm going to bring up Johnny D. He got that. He's like, oh my goodness. Johnny D hails from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, welcome. A full-time restaurateur of 20 years, owning and operating a number of family restaurants in Melbourne. Wow, man, I'm doing good to make eggs on. Well, so anyways, that's awesome, Johnny, man. You've got that experience of entrepreneurship. So about 17 years in home-based business. You've had some wins, you've had some losses. You've been there, done that. You've seen the good, the bad. Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? Johnny came to the right spot here with liveGood. And, so since, I believe in about 5 months, he's reached the platinum rank. Man, platinum rank is a fun rank. That I do remember. And he is on his way to diamond. He has over 2,100 members on his team. I want to go ahead and bring up Johnny D. Come on up to the stage. Everybody give Johnny a hand clap there if you're on camera. Yes. You might need to unmute yourself. Thanks, right, Kelly. Johnny, give us some, tell us what you're excited about, some words of wisdom here. And then I know, you're going to touch a lot of people's hearts because I've heard your story.
Thanks so much, Kelly. What a fantastic opportunity. And thank you, Dr. Breakthrough, my man. It's great to be here. And what a fantastic story. I've been doing it for a bunch of years, in and out of the industry. It's my part-time gig. But you know what? I found over the years simply that it doesn't matter what successes that I had, or failures, it was always the same old story. It doesn't matter where I was. I realized after some time and so many companies that, you know what, it's the same old story wherever I go. There's just another product, another company, another compensation plan. It's all, my product, my collagen's better than yours and all that stuff, right? But I realized the story that, you know what, it was the same old, companies just trying to sell expensive products to everybody. And I had enough. I was giving it away a bunch of months ago until I was approached, and I looked at this and I thought, no, not another company, enough already. And then I saw this, and once I got it, and like I say, and Dr. Erin knows, once it gets under your skin, liveGood just changes the landscape. It changes everything. I've never been so confident, recruitable, undestructible. Seriously, it's I've never experienced anything like it. And I have to say that yes, it does feel great being at Platinum. And just like you, Kelly, at some point I'll be looking back and saying, yes, I remember those days at Platinum when I'm sitting at Crown. But that'll happen. That'll happen soon enough. The plan is there, and I've got the right team around me. Which reminds me, over the years, I've been blessed that I've really rubbed shoulders and worked side by side with some of the best leaders in this industry. Built some amazing relationships. Seriously, names that you'll know, but never have I experienced all of that with anyone as much as I have with one amazing human being, right? She's known as the success psychologist. She's an award-winning international speaker and trainer, high performance sales and business strategist, founder of The Higher Life, podcast host, 7 times #1 best-selling author. Do I need to go on? She's been awarded Nevada's Professional Saleswoman of the Year and one of Nevada's top 20 most powerful women. She's worked with companies including Facebook, Microsoft, even Nokia, and was named one of the 125 leaders globally to follow in 2022 by Success Magazine. She and her husband Garth had been in network marketing for 10 years. And were 6-figure earners in their last leaders in their last company. They recently promoted to Platinum in just 90 days here at liveGood. Has grown a team of over 1,300 people. She lives in Reno, Nevada, with her husband Garth and their 3 kids. And I love her dearly. My wife and I, we have this little joke that we take Garth and Dr. Erin to bed every night, and they do the same. Yep. Because we're always on our phones. back and forward. It's a relationship I've never had and I treasure forever. And we're going all the way to the top. So Dr. Erin, the stage is yours, my love.
Wow, I've never had you introduce me. That is one of my greatest accomplishments, to be your friend. I love you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough. All right, everybody. Are you ready? We're going to talk about how to get more confidence. I have a blue tongue because I used a nootropic today. So if you see my blue tongue, that's why it's blue, okay? Okay, so get out your success journals and open up your chat room, please. I want to hear from you, okay? We are going to be talking about how to become more confident. When you study high performers, they have three things in common. They have joy, like that's amazing. They are not asleep in their life. Like they are joyful. They are engaged, meaning they feel their life. They feel their day. They don't say things like, how are you doing? Fine. They're like awake in their life. Don't we all want to be that? And third, they are confident. And I have yet to really meet a human being that wouldn't love to be more confident in some area in their life. So put in the chat room right now, where would you like to be more confident in your life? Where would you like to be more confident? I'm going to be sharing with you that confidence is like a three-legged stool. There's three kind of big pillars of confidence, okay? And before I do, I'm going to share with you a quick story that you'll never forget what confidence is when I tell you this story. So several years ago, we were playing What's Your Favorite around our family table. Maybe you've played it before. What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite place you want to visit? And one of our kids said, I know, let's go around the table and say what our favorite thing is about ourselves. And I was like, okay, let's do that. So Zachary was little and he said, my favorite thing about myself is I'm really good at soccer and I am going to win the next jogathon at school. We're like, okay, great. And we got to Emily and she's the sweetest person I know. We call her Sweet Pea Emily. And Emily said, my favorite thing about myself is I'm the kindest person I know. And then she goes, I just wish more people knew that about me, which was really funny. And then we got to Grace. And Grace's answer really is the definition of confidence. So I want you to listen closely to what Grace said. Grace was maybe 15 at the time. And she said, my favorite thing about myself is put me in any environment and I will thrive. And I was like, okay, my favorite thing about myself is that I have a child that just said that. Like, done, that just blew me away, right? Like, I just couldn't believe it. Put me in any environment and I will thrive. So let's talk about what confidence is in adulthood, because it's different than confidence in childhood. So developmentally speaking, childhood confidence comes from our parental figures, our number one people in our lives. They teach us to be confident by things like teaching us that we're safe in the world, that there's a predictable order in the world, and that we are approved of and loved, okay? That's the job of the parental figure in a child's life, and that's where childhood confidence comes in. Adult confidence is a whole different definition, and I'm going to give you three aspects of it. So the first is confidence. Sounds just like the word. It is your ability to confide in yourself. Confidence, to confide in yourself. What does that mean? It means you keep the promises you make to yourself. My friends, I'm going to be sharing with you all of these things about confidence, but I want to give you a secret. All of this is actually the pathway to happiness. So tonight you're going to learn how to be happy. And that's a big promise, but this is the way to happiness. We know from research, okay? So if confidence is the ability to keep the promises I make to oneself, it sounds a lot like self-control, self-mastery, self-discipline. Let me ask you this. Is it is it possible to really like yourself, to really have some self-esteem, if you are behaving in ways that are out of alignment of who you say you want to be and what you say you want to do? It's very difficult. That's a very tall order. And it might sound so simple, but if you do the things you say you're going to do, and you become the person and you be the person you say you want to be, you have a really good chance of liking yourself, of digging yourself. And that is confidence. Confidence is not this idea of, oh, I know I would be good at that. Confidence is way different than that. And it's the second prong. Second prong of confidence is confidence in adulthood is the ability to figure things out. Think about everything new that you're creating in your life is someplace that you've never been before in your life. You're creating something you've never created before in your life. So how is it that some people join a company, for example, and say, I will be diamond? That is confidence. But it's not necessarily that they know how to do the business, because they're brand new, because they've never done the business and it's brand new. So what do they have? They have a knowing that I'm a woman and I'm a man that can figure things out. Every single person on this Zoom call has figured things out. You have a great track record of figuring things out. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure-outable. So the day I joined liveGood, this company we're building, I said and knew I will go to the top of this company. I don't know everything about anything, really. Well, that confidence just comes because I know I'm a woman that has resourcefulness. Tony Robbins said, to be successful, you don't need resources, you need resourcefulness. Are you Googling the information for yourself? Are you leading yourself? Are you being resourceful? Are you saying, I don't know, but I know there's someone that might know? That is resourcefulness, and that's what confidence is in adulthood. I remember, Dr. Breakthrough, you probably remember when you had a dream to be a speaker. I went to my friend Debbie. She was my marketing guru, my first hire. I was just starting out, and I said, Debbie, I have a dream. I want to be a speaker. And I said, how do you become a speaker? And she goes, I think you speak. I was like, that is a really good idea. And then I said, okay, how do you do that? And my first hire was a speaking coach. I'm confident that I can become a world-class insert whatever it is because I know how to figure things out. I wasn't confident that I was a world-class speaker when I had never spoke. That would be a little ridiculous. That would be delusions of grandeur. That would be delusional. I have confidence in my ability to say, okay, I have no idea. Then I didn't know how to sell. I was saleswoman of the year, like Johnny said. I didn't know how to sell. I had a friend, she goes, well, let's role play, because she was excellent at sales. And we role played and she goes, oh, you really are bad. I go, I told you I'm really bad. Like, I know. I learned. I am just a really great student. That translates to confidence. Right? So you're creating a life where you've never been. You're going where you've never been before. Do you have the confidence that says, I don't know how, but I'll figure out how? Okay. The last prong of confidence is something that's called the confidence competence loop. The confidence competence loop. One of the easiest ways to become more confident is to become more competent. Said another way, go and skill up. I have been on every call in my new business because I need to learn my business. I skill up. If there is a hole in my marketing system, if there is a place that like, this is just not working, I have to skill up. If I were to ask you, Kelly, I want to become a good tennis player. What do you think Kelly would tell me to do? Put it in the chat room. Kelly, I want to become a really good tennis player. What would Kelly say? everybody? She would say, yes, get a tennis coach and start playing tennis. Okay. You think you're going to sit on the couch and somehow conjure up this confidence. Like if I just learn about all the things, if I just sit on the couch and just say, I am confident. I am a diamond. I am a millionaire. First of all, your brain's like, liar, liar, pants on fire. No, you're not. Like, stop the madness, right? No. You're like, what do I need to do to get really good at that? When you skill up, your confidence just follows. So you're going to behave your way into being more confident. I wasn't confident that I was going to be great when I first spoke, but I did it anyways. If you're waiting around for the confidence to do the thing that would make you confident, now you see you're in crazy land. Okay, that's just ridiculous. That's not how it works. You cannot wait around to have the confidence to do the thing that would create the confidence. Doing the thing with the fear creates the confidence, and skilling up. So ask yourself, where do I need to get better? And your confidence will just go, zoop. I used to be known in my family as Erin, she'll start on Monday, Oksol. And it was funny until it wasn't funny. I wanted to become the woman that could count on herself to keep the promises she made to herself. That, my friends, is why when I joined the company, I could say, oh, I will be there. I don't know how. I just know I will be. Confidence. It's so good. It's so giggly good. I want it for all of you. So you keep the promises you make to yourself. You start to build that trust in yourself. You understand everything's figure outable. No, I don't know how, but I can figure out how. And you get good at things and you skill up. And you will be like what Grace said. It will be true about you. Put me in any environment and I will thrive. Thank you.
Whoa, come on now. Y'all got to give her some energy up in here. That's good. Come on, in the chat. Who likes that? In the chat, who's learning something? Come on, give her some kudos.
Oh my gosh, I get to introduce you, Dr. Breakthrough. That's what's next. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, next up, Dr. Stan Harris, aka Dr. Breakthrough, has traveled over 3 million miles speaking to crowds as large as 17,000 and has been paid as much as 1,000 per minute to speak. I'm coming for that, Dr. Breakthrough. He's an author, a coach, an evangelist. He's preached in all 50 states and 28 countries. A successful marketer who built a team to 1.5 million humans. He uses his 10th degree black belt skills, don't even know what that is, that sounds like a lot, to demonstrate how anyone can break through the barriers that try to hinder them. He has a doctorate in ministry, a PhD in martial arts. He has been voted into the Black Belt and Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame. He has dedicated his life to educate, empower, and elevate people to break through, to become the highest version of themselves. He's married to the woman of his dreams, and they have 8 children. Dr. Breakthrough, we're so excited to hear from you.
Wow. Well, thank you, Erin. It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. Thank you again for the powerful value. Folks, if you get what she just taught you, confidence is so powerful. You know, matter of fact, a lot of people say to me, you know, Doc, I'm joining you because you are so convincing. I'm like, no, I'm not convincing. I'm convinced. Because I'm convinced when I speak from a place of conviction. And when I speak from a place of conviction, people that hear me are convinced. But they're not convinced because I'm trying to convince them. They're convinced because I'm conveying what I believe from a place of conviction. Now, if you know what I just said, please tell me. But you got to get that. You got to have that confidence. I mean, when Johnny D spoke, he had confidence. Kelly said, and again, you don't all have to be out rambunctious like me, and no. There's my wife, my ABCD. She has this quiet confidence about her. But anyway, so I hope you understand how powerful what you just heard, because people that are not confident do not accomplish things. When you accomplish things, it'll boost some confidence. But if you learn to be confident, it'll cause things to happen, and then the things that happen will boost that confidence even more. So thank you again, Doc. And folks, every month, the beginning of every month, we're going to do this just to help you to grow, to help you to build. See, all the top leaders in the company, they don't always tell you, but they all are reading books, going to seminar. They're doing something, my friend, to help them to grow as an individual. So let me get into this real quick here. I'm going to share some things. I'm going to change gears a little bit. And if that's okay with you, my wife says, I don't know why you always ask, because you're going to do what you want to do anyway. I'm like, well, but I want to be nice and ask. So how about if I give you some breakthrough selling secrets? Is that okay? Yes, or yes. Okay. In the chat. Yes, or yes. If you would like to have some breakthrough selling secrets, my friend, because here's what, and the first thing I'm going to say this, I didn't even have this in my notes. I'm going to give this to you. Selling isn't everything. You need to write this down. Selling isn't everything, but everything is enhanced by selling. Ooh, let me say that again. I said selling isn't everything, but everything is enhanced by selling. And when I talk about selling, I'm not just talking about selling things. More importantly, I'm talking about selling concepts. See, I used to sell myself on what I couldn't do, what I couldn't be. I was the most unconfident, my wife says, she didn't never believed it until one day I was speaking in Atlanta, and the guy who knew me when I was young was sitting in the back, and the whole time he said, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Afterwards, my wife got to meet him. He said, we didn't even know he could talk. Like, I can't even believe this, right? So, but again, it wasn't that I couldn't talk, is that I didn't have the confidence. I didn't think anybody would listen. So again, I used to sell myself on what I couldn't do, what I couldn't be, and so forth. So again, selling isn't everything, but everything is enhanced by selling. I'm going to start off. If you get this one point, you got it all. Are you ready? Here it is. Write this down. Take a screenshot. This changed my life forever. Here's what the Lord gave me. The right kind of people. By the way, let me stop for a minute. How many of you, okay, hold, yeah, let me stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. How many, because I used to teach this. Who here believes, and again, I used to teach this. People love to buy, but they hate to be sold, right? How many of y'all, again, come on in, right? And I would teach it. You walk into a store and they say, may I help you? Like, no, because you don't want them to talk you into trying to buy something, right? Now, the crazy thing about it, Johnny, the crazy thing about it, Kelly, is once you know what you want, now you can't find anybody to help you, right? So I used to teach that. People love to buy, they hate to be sold. But my breakthrough came when I learned to say this. Watch this now. Oh, this is so good. The right kind of people love to buy from me, and they love to be sold by me, because I only love to sell them what they want or need at a price agreeable to them and with customer service that exceeds their expectation. I promise you, if you get this, your life will never be the same again. Here's what I'm trying to tell you, my friend. The right kind of people will love to buy. See, I say this every day, and guess what? It makes me like a magnet. And I attract the right kind of people. That's how 2 days ago, Dr. Ivanka, she's got me doing her television show this Saturday. And guess what? I happened to call her and say, Doc, I got an idea. And I said, you have a television show. You're going to have me speak. I have a way, because I think you also do missions and you're a chaplain. I have a way for you to make some money while you make a difference in people's lives. Would you be open to it? Yes or yes? She said, of course I would. I showed her about liveGood. Guess what happened? She got started and signed up 2 people in less than 24 hours. See, I'm focused on the right kind of people. Are you listening to me? James Penny, the guy who wrote the phrase, the great equalizer. And by the way, what's the great equalizer? Well, the liveGood could be a great equalizer, but the real great equalizer is personal development, my friend, because when you personally develop, like Doc said, when you get that confidence and when you learn to sell, get this now, my friend, it is the great equalizer. So again, get this down, write it down, learn to say it to yourself. I'm gonna do it one more time. The right kind of people love to buy from me, and they love to be sold by me. That's right, I sell people. By the way, Dr. Erin just sold you on having more confidence. Are y'all hearing me? See, the reason that people in network marketing a lot of times aren't successful is because they're against selling. And if you're against selling, you'll never be a good recruiter, because that's selling. Listen, my friend, you got to understand this. And so when you learn to say the right kind of people, they love to buy from me and they love to be sold by me, because I only love to sell them what they want or need at a price agreeable to them, with customer service that exceeds your expectations. In the chat, talk to me. Who's getting something from this? Is this helping you? Yes, yes, or of course, yes, right? But is this helping anybody? Take a screenshot if you need to, but I want you to get this, my friend, because I promise you, this is perhaps one of the simplest, most powerful concepts that I got and received from the Lord, and that I teach. Okay, now watch this. It says, "He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him." Now stop just for a minute. What was corn? Corn was a staple of the day. Corn is something that people have to have. Does anybody think that people have to have their health today? Yes. Does anybody think that people need supplemental income today? Yes. Okay, so here's what the greatest book in the world says. If you withhold something from people that they need, there's a curse. Now, I don't know about you. I'm not trying to get any kind of curses up in here. I'm working for the blessings. Are you with me? But I want you to get that part. So, do you have something that people need? Well, if you have it and you withhold it from them, that's a curse. Don't bow your head. Ain't time to pray yet. Okay, let me stop. Watch this. But blessing, hey, there you go. Ding, ding, ding. Blessing shall be upon the head of him that giveth it away. No, it says the head of him that, in the chat, what does it say? Talk to me now. Selleth it. See, my ministerial background made me think I had to give everything away, just give it away. And the Bible itself, the thing that I was motivated by, says you will be blessed by selling. So Solomon, the greatest man in the world, literally says this. You have a biblical, somebody in the chat put biblical, and you have a moral. So I need you to write biblical and moral. You have a biblical and moral responsibility to sell something of value to people that you value. Wait a minute. If it's not valuable, can't sell it. Wait a minute. If I don't value you as a person, can't sell it to you. But when I have something of value, and I do, and you do as well, and I value you as a person, and I do, I have, based on the wisest man in the world, the richest man that ever lived, says that I have a biblical and a moral responsibility to sell it. So do you understand now why you need to be a recruiting machine? Do you understand now why you need to be selling memberships? Do you understand? See, some of you don't understand. Like, man, the guy sells books and he does this. No. I'm providing you with what you need. I'm doing what the Bible teaches me to do, my friend. And when you get this, my friend, you will never back down and be bashful, be shy again, because what you have is what people have to have. And when you sell it to them properly, my friend, you will be blessed. Now, you remember there's a man in the Bible named Joseph. And again, I happen to be a minister. I happen to be a martial artist. Like last time, you saw me broke a board with my. So if I'm a martial artist, I'm going to use that. When you see me speak live, I'll probably break boards or bricks and all kind of stuff, right? But I'm also a minister. So just give me a little leeway. I'm using scripture here because it's funny to me that if I quote Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, they're like, oh, that guy's really smart. And as soon as I say the Bible, they're like, oh, what are those Bible thumpers? No, I'm just telling you where Socrates and Plato and Aristotle got it from, even if they don't know where they got it from. I understand where the truth came from. So just kind of go with me a little bit if you don't mind. But Solomon says, I have a moral responsibility to sell something of value to people that have value. I'm the guy that used to think the Bible was against selling. I'm the guy that used to think I'm a minister. I can't sell stuff. And yet here it was right here. So if you remember Joseph in the Old Testament, he told the guy in charge, there's going to be 7 years of plenteous, 7 years of famine. Stack up during the 7 years of plenteous. And now when the 7 years of famine came, they all came to Joseph because he was the second in charge. And they said, we want to buy corn. If he says, no, I won't sell you the corn, they curse him because what? They're going to die. They said, we need corn. He sells them the corn and they say, bless you, thank you. Why? They had to have it. He had it. They had to have it. There was exchange. He sold, didn't give it. He sold it to them and they blessed him. I'm trying to tell y'all, you talk about a breakthrough. You talk about personal development. You talk about growing as a person. When this thing hit me, and by the way, selling isn't something you do to people. It's something you help discover with people so they can see that you have something, again, that could change your life. Now, here's some statistics. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. Isn't that amazing? Hey, just go to my tour page. Go to my tour page. Wrong. I'm going to say it again. Wrong. You can't just send them to a sales page. There has to be. Now, the company's going to follow up, but I'm telling you, the successful people learn to pick up the phone, to call the people, or to email the people, my friend. Don't just let some company, some autoresponder do it. You do it, my friend, and watch and see what happens. But 48% of people never follow up. 25% of people make a second contact and stop. 12% people only make 3 contacts, and only 10% of people do more than 3 contacts. Well, if 2% of sales are made on the first contact, why do you think 1 contact's going to work it? If 3% of sales are made on the second contact, you probably ought not stop at 2. Again, thank God for autoresponders, but I'm talking about you need to follow up with people. Hey, 5% of sales are made on the third contact, 10% on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. That means there has to be someone saying, hey, would you like to buy? Would you like to get your membership? Would you like to get some health products? Would you like to get started with us? Folks, the greatest book ever written says you have not because you ask not. Now, let me see if I don't know if I'll touch on this, and next time we come back, I'll break this down. But I've got a whole concept that's called breakthroughpreneur. And what is a breakthroughpreneur? Breakthroughpreneur, we are so focused on providing a valuable product or system, which, by the way, solves a problem, to people for profit with pleasure that we commit, not try. See, the try is the lie. See, if you say, I try, and you give it a shot, and now it doesn't work, your mind says, okay, I got an excuse, I tried it. No. I didn't become a 10th degree black belt by trying. No. 10th degree, that's the highest. I mean, and when I started, I didn't even know there was a 10th degree, right? But what I'm saying is this, it has to be total commitment. It's like this, I will until, ooh, that's a good one to write down. I will until, right? So anyway, a breakthroughpreneur is one who's so focused, and by the way, focus, F-O-C-U-S, firmly on course until successful, not firmly on course until stressful. Focus, firmly on course until successful. If you haven't succeeded yet, you can't quit because you hadn't finished. Focus, by the way, fixated on creating ultimate success. Ooh, that's good right there. I said fixated on creating ultimate success. So a breakthroughpreneur is one who's so focused on providing a valuable product or service or system which solves a problem to people for profit with pleasure that they commit to breaking any barrier, inner or outer barrier, right? And Doc just helped you with some of the inner barrier, the low confidence, the low esteem and all that. And by the way, I don't have to worry about self-esteem because I got God esteem. When I realize who I am to him, I'm like, man, oh man, oh man. By the way, some people, I'm way off track, but I'm gonna have fun doing this. Some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their demons. Let me say that one more time. Some people will never like you. I don't care how good, how nice, how kind, because your spirit irritates their demons, right? So just get used to it, but that's okay. But see, a breakthroughpreneur, we're going to break through any barrier, inner barrier, outer barrier that tries to hinder our success. So breakthroughpreneurs, here's what we do as I close. We follow, we find, we figure out, we force, or we believe to be favored by God with a way. And my friend, I like to say, there is a way and I will find it. And if not, by the grace of God, I will invent it. So my friend, when you have that kind of grit, when you have that kind of determination, when you have that kind, I'm telling you, my friend, this world, there are people out there, they're waiting They're waiting. They need what you have, my friend. Stop being timid about it. Stop being backward about it. And yes, some people will misread it. And sometimes they'll get your greatness mixed up by calling it arrogance because of their own insecurity. Ooh. Let me say it one more time. I said sometimes because of people's own insecurity, come on, somebody, they'll mix up your greatness and call you arrogant. Well, you're going to call me whatever you're going to call me, but I'm going to break through, my friend, and get what I need to get to. So I hope this will help you. I hope this has blessed you, my friend. And here's what I need you to do. I need you to take what Dr. Erin said. I need you, my friend, to embody that, to practice it. And when we went to karate practice, we didn't go to a tournament starting off. You go to practice first, and we practice. And so, my friend, so the first Wednesday of every month, we're going to provide about 30 to 40 minutes of helping you to personal development. Next month, Dr. Erin's going to go even further and teach you more on this confidence. So in the chat, talk to us real quick. Who got a blessing out of this tonight? And who knows that your team could be blessed? And by the way, one reason why I wanted to do this also, when I work with companies, I like to do like pretty much generic trainings where people can just invite people. And then the people say, wait a minute, they're my business partners. Oh, they're part. And then they get to sign people up in the business. Okay. So again, I'm thankful for you to be here. Dr. Erin, thank you. Johnny D, thank you. Kelly Tolar, the diamond, a girl's best friend, a woman's best friend. There you go. All right, everybody. We'll see you next month. And what was that date again? I know it was, did we get to that? I know I put it in there. I forgot. But anyway, we'll contact you the first Wednesday of next month, okay? So will anybody come back next month in the chat? Tell me, will you come back next month? It will teach you some more things. Who's coming back next month to hear a little bit more about confidence? Could y'all tell Johnny D had a little bit of confidence about him? And Kelly has some confidence about her, right? All right, we love you. We believe in you. Nothing you can do about it. Again, Dr. Erin, thank you. Johnny D, thank you. Kelly, thank you. We'll see y'all. Bye-bye.
Thanks, legends.